Paltrocast.
Sascha, how is your day going aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again?
It hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too bad. How are you, man?
Nonstop but good, and a pleasure to be speaking. Now, your credits are fantastic, and Power and the related universe, just one of the great things. Now, I'm curious what looped you into doing a darker series like this, given the Hannah Montana and Bee Gees credits?
That stuff was sort of earlier in my career. I think that, I worked on the first season of Power. So, frankly, I think this is probably a lot more in my wheelhouse than Hannah Montana. I wasn't a writer on Hannah Montana. I owned a production company and we did sort of all the concert stuff from Hannah Montana. But yeah, I think this is the material that is the most interesting and engaging to me. So it feels pretty consistent with my sort of sensibilities and sensitivities. So yeah, it doesn't feel like much of a leap, although, listen, I love the Bee Gees like anybody else. But yeah, that's kind of the story.
And you are the showrunner of this series. Is that a term that you like? Because, some people go, oh, that makes me the man, and I don't want to be the man. I'm a creative just like they are.
I don't think about it kind of one way or the other, to be honest, Darren. I think, look, I think on some level it's an accurate title. You do run the show. You ultimately, the decisions, the success or failure is going to fall at your feet. And so, you're going to take all the blame and get some of the credit. But having said that, no showrunner can be successful without an incredible crew of people around him or her, whether it's, the writers, the cast, the costume designer, production designer, all the crew, music. It is a true collaboration. The best version of what we do is when everyone is working together and sort of moving in the same direction. And everyone has the same goal in mind, which is to make a series that people will respond to and care about. So, look, I think, again, a showrunner is probably an apt title and in some respects, but it probably does a disservice to the actual process, which requires a ton of work by a ton of people.
And my last question before I let you go, the casts of all the Power Universe shows filled with all these people who you don't realize can sing and dance because generally they're doing creative roles. Is it a challenge to get actors who are not actors who are very theatrical to be less theatrical on camera?
No, it's not, because, you hire actors who are good at what they do. And so they know the drill. So it's not, we have on our show, we have actors who have never acted before to actors who graduated from Juilliard and have had long and storied careers like Wendell Pierce. And, I think you'd be hard pressed to sort of like differentiate one from the other because they're all so good at what they do. But no, look, these are professionals and they know how to practice their craft and hone their craft. And, we're tremendously lucky to have them.
Well, Sascha, thank you for your time. Congrats on the season, and really looking forward to what's to come from you, whether it's more Power stuff, Code 8 Part 2, Creed 8, whatever. Keep up all the years of great work. Wonderful streak you've been on.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you.
Paltrocast.